Hello, good afternoon, As is Jimo, good afternoon. How are you doing today? It's a pleasure having you here. If you can hear me, do let me know by responding by typing in the chat section. If you can hear me, do let me know by responding by typing in the chat section. We have Ifya Kamtu also here in the building. It's a pleasure having you here too. Thank you. And as Jima said, good afternoon, sir. I can hear you clearly. Thank you. How are you guys doing today? How has the trading week been? Today is Friday, TGIF. Today is the last day of the week for trading, right? And it has indeed been a good one. Yes, indeed, it has indeed been a good one, whether you like it or not. We have learned a lot. We have made some pips. We have lost some pips. Overall, what we have made has taken care of the losses. I hope that your week was also productive. Hope that your week 2 was also good. Let us start with that before we jump into this MetaTrader 5, because we're here to talk about the MetaTrader 5. A lot of traders have been saying they are not conversant with the MetaTrader 5 on the mobile device. So we're going to be talking about strictly the MetaTrader 5 trading application, how to use it on the laptop, and then also how to use it on the mobile device. So yes, indeed, I will be switching over to the mobile device to show you how to make use of it. Yes, we have somebody here that most likely won't be able to hear us. So I'm going to have to send a message. Yes, I'm going to have to send a message. Okay, great. So I can see Olatunji Quadre should be able to hear us now. The audio has been turned on. Great. Also, beautiful. Thank you. So great. So we asked the question, how has your trading been this week? Let us know. How has your trading been this week? Hopefully it has been productive. Hopefully you have made some pips that has made you to smile. This week was rather busy with some key news that came out during the week. We had the likes of the CPI, the PPI, and other news for the dollar and pounds and other currencies as well. How has your week been? Nobody seems to be answering. I'm not sure why people don't answer when we talk about how was the trading week. Today is Friday, so we're just trying to find out how your week was. If you have any challenges, what challenges did you have before we jump into the topic for today? But nobody's answering. As you are not answering, so it means that your week was awesome and you made plenty of pips, you made profits, and so on, right? Great. If that is the case, then awesome. So moving on, we always say let's try to make it interactive. You ask questions, we answer. You ask questions, we answer as well. We ask questions now, nobody answered. How would you like it if you ask questions and we don't answer? Okay, no problem. So if you want to answer once again, how was your trading week? Good, bad, ugly? What did you do right? What did you do wrong? MetaTrader 5, trading application. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about. Thank you. I don't know why we don't like to answer. 10 Trade is here to help you out. But I really don't know, honestly. I think I'm going to start changing the mode in which I conduct my trainings. I think I'll start changing it now and changing it in the sense that I won't be caring. I'll just dish out the information I have for you within the stipulated time, and I'm going to bounce after. I'm asking this out of my own accord, out of my own personnel. I'm interested in knowing how you guys, I can see some names that we've been together for a little while. Aziz, Efiakam, Solomon, Musa, we've been together for a little while, but we are not trying to take advantage of this. So I'm going to switch my model of trading. I'll just give you the information, and when I'm done, I'm out. Simple. I think I can be, I can afford to do that. So thank you. If I can say not too great because I made some losses. I'm interested so that we can know where the issues were and then see how to help you out. Okay, as Jima said, you don't have to change. Please continue this your mode of teaching. If I'm continuing and nobody's responding, then that means that maybe it's not working, right? Do you understand? Because it's a thing of 10Trade wants to help you out. I'm a trader of over 10 years. My name is Tolu Olatunji. You can look me up. Tolu Olatunji. I've been trading for more than 10 years. I also personally want to help people out. The situation of the country is not the best. Yesterday, I heard that people got home, well, depending on where you were. A lot of people, friends back in Nigeria, they got home very late. Some of them got home in the morning, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., traffic or something in Lagos. And I said, I'm not in Lagos, I'm in Canada, right? And we don't have anything such as that. People want to leave, people want to do this and do that. You need money. I'm just trying to help out. But let's continue. I'm definitely going to change. Okay, not too great because I made some losses. If you're calm, you could let us know so that we could maybe talk about it a bit. What we're talking about today is just MetaTrader 5. There's no biggie to the MetaTrader 5. Basically, it's just the trading application, how to use it for the laptop and then also for the mobile users, because we have lots of people on the smartphone, but then probably they don't know how to navigate. They don't know how to even log into the smartphone on 10Trade. They don't know how to put up your lines, support resistance lines, and so on. I'm going to use the mobile device to show you that, and I'll show you some tricks also on the mobile device as well. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, Solomon said trading was not great this week. Good. So let's start with the MetaTrader 5, and then we'll try to come back. Just prepare, what happened this week for me. Tell me what happened, what instruments, whether it was news period, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, Alara, what you said, I did not trade this week, it was busy. Okay, no problem. But let's dive in, please. Let me first of all dish out what I have for you guys, then we'll see how it goes, depending on how I'm feeling. So it's a pleasure having everybody here. I want to say thank you for joining us. This is an opportunity for us all to learn, for you to learn, for me to learn as well. I tell people that I learn on a daily basis. I train on a daily basis, so I learn on a daily basis. This week has been a good one. I still have some open positions I could show you towards the end and explain one or two of them. Okay, so this training is brought to you by 10Trade, and 10Trade is the broker of choice. 10Trade is the broker that is going to help you to go from zero to hero. As long as you participate, as long as you engage, as long as you ask questions, as long as you're willing to follow the directions of 10Trade, then you'll be good to go. A quick disclaimer, the information we're giving you is not going to guarantee success. It is what you do with the information that will determine if you are going to be successful or not, right? This business carries a high level of risk, and we must ensure that we minimize our losses accordingly in order to protect our account. Very, very key, very, very important, right? So most traders are either new or struggling, and that is a problem. Most traders are either new or struggling traders, and that is a big problem because most traders want to become profitable at the end of the day, right? So out of all of these things that you need to work on, you need to develop a winning mentality. Even when you have losses, keep the flag flying, do not give up, manage your risk. As we said, risk is a big, very big aspect of the business. Develop a strategy based on market analysis, have a trading plan, trading journal, and of course, avoid unnecessary losses. There are different ways to avoid unnecessary losses by avoiding trading during news period and also trading during periods that you should not be, period. Simple. All in all, within all of this, you still need to know how to use the software, the MetaTrader 5. And MetaTrader 5 is the first thing we all need to work on, is the gateway to our trading. Because if you have the right information, you have the right mindset, you have the right information telling you, oh, it is time to buy, it is time to sell, but you do not know how to use the software, trust me, you will not make headways at the end of the day. If you do not know how to use the right tools, you will not make headways at the end of the day. So we want you now in this session, in this free training, to pay attention, take notes, register for a demo live account with 10Trade, the MT5, the MetaTrader 5. Because if you are here and you don't have an account with 10Trade, then of course you won't be able to make use of the MetaTrader 5. And if you cannot make use of the MetaTrader 5, whether it's the demo or the live, then of course you cannot make money. And if you cannot make money, then why are you here? So we want to strongly believe that everybody here listening to me, you all have an account with TenTrade, and then you have the software, the MetaTrader 5. So if you have the software, please everybody launch it, as that is what we're going to be talking about. First of all, let me ask this question, and hopefully you answer me in good time. And if I don't get any answer, then I'm moving on. Do we all have the MetaTrader 5? If you have it, say yes. If you don't have it, say no, right? Let us know if you have the MetaTrader 5. And I get answers, I don't get answers, I am moving on. Thank you for your fast answers. Can you see how we're communicating? Can you see how I haven't even finished saying it the second time? You're already giving me the answer. This is how the classes are meant to be. And I already made up my mind that if I'm not getting responses as I should from people, I am going to move on, because genuinely, I want to help you. But if you don't want to be helped, then there's nothing I can do. There's also another pattern I have noticed. Yeah, after the classes, people don't practice, they don't do what they're supposed to after the classes. There's no way for me to know, there's no way for me to be able to practice with you, there's no way for me to be able to practice for you, and so on. TenTrade obviously cannot do that for every client individually, and that's why we're trying to help everybody out. Now, as we continue as well, if you know anybody that needs to be here, please send them the link, put the link on your WhatsApp status, let them join us, let them get the information for free that would help them to change their stories around. Please do that for them. Send them the link, populate it, and then let's have more people here, right? I'm going to think about changing, as I said earlier, and I'm really serious about it, right? And I'm going to do this. I'm going to change my style of teaching, right? Because I do a lot of teaching, but it's going to be more of lecturing very soon. I'll be talking about what we're going to be discussing and why you need to discuss this, why we need to discuss this. As an example, while we're discussing the MetaTrader 5, which seems to be the trading application, it might look very simple, very basic to a lot of people, but trust me, a lot of traders do not know how to use the software the proper way, especially even on the smartphone. The good thing about the smartphone now is that it's in your pocket. You can trade from anywhere in the world. So thank you guys for saying yes, 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 that you have the software. It seems like basically everybody answered, from Aziz to Ifeakam, Solomon, to Uko, Vincent, John, and Olarawaji. Everybody said yes. Thank you. And Uko, Vincent, your hand is raised up. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. And if no question, then you can lower your hand. You can type your question in the comment section. And this goes for everybody as well. Type your question out. Okay, so an introduction to the business. Normally, during the introduction, because this is the introductory aspect, the software, which is the very foundation of the business. Normally, we talk about what the business is, when you can trade, where to trade, who can trade, the tools needed, and of course, how to trade. So we're going to be focusing on the tools needed, because the tools needed are, number one, your internet-enabled device, which is either your laptop, your desktop, your smartphone, or your tablet that you are using to connect to us now. It's either of those. Thank you for lowering your hands. It's either of those smartphones, and of course, you need your internet. That's why you are connected to us through this medium, through Zoom, through the internet. And then you need the software, the MetaTrader 5 trading application software provided to you by TenTrade. And you need knowledge. Knowledge is what a lot of people do not have. It's easy for you to get the software. I'm going to explain to you how to get this software now, just in case anybody joins us and doesn't have the software, because the tools needed for successful trading are very, very vital. A lot of people have the tools, but they do not know how to use them, right? Most importantly, how to trade using the tools, the MetaTrader 5. So you can see the MetaTrader 5, out of all of these things, is number one. MetaTrader 5 is number one on the list, apart from the market analysis, risk management, psychology. Everything here is very, very important at the end of the day, right? So the MetaTrader 5 is strictly to open, close, and modify trades. And we're going to be doing that in a nutshell for the laptop and then for the mobile device. And then we'll call it today early enough, right? So we're going to do something now. We're going to cross over to the TenTrade software. We're going to cross over to the TenTrade software. I'm going to do that for everybody. And I'm going to click here to open that up. Okay, sorry, let me just open up a clean chart. Oops, sorry. Let me just open up a clean chart. So I have a clean chart here. Okay, let me just clean up the chart myself. Clean, yeah. So I went to my templates. You can see what I did now. I did that based on my template. So you could also use the software, right, that you can see in front of us. You can use the software to save templates. When you save templates, then it simply means you don't need to be arranging them as you please. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, here as an example, let's assume this one. I right-click chart window. You can see how it looks like by default. But I have saved this template as clean. I have a template called clean. Meaning that when I click on clean, it's going to clean it up to how I want it based on, instead of black background, it gives me like a kind of silver background and so on. So this is what we have over here, right? Then also, let me switch back to the slides. Also, if you look at the software we have in front of us, this is for the laptop. You can see 1, 2, 3. Number one is called the market watch area. That gives us information on all the instruments that we have, the market watch area. Number two is called the terminal, and number three is called the chart window area. Number three is called the chart window area. So you can see 1, 2, 3, and I want to believe you can also see 1, 2, 3 over here. On the live software, this is one, this is number two. Let me just click here, right? So you can see number two properly. Here is number two, and then this here is number three. Number one, the market watch gives us all the information on all the instruments that we have. And then the bid, which is for selling. When you click on selling, this is the price you enter at. When you click on buy, this is the price that you enter at. So the difference between the bid and the ask prices is what we call spread. The difference between the bid and the ask prices is what we call spread. And spread is known as the profit for the broker. Spread is known, excuse me, spread is known as the profit for the broker, right? Number two, toolbox or terminal has to do with everything our money. As you can see here, our account balance, equity, free margin. You have your history for your close trades, and then you have some other parameters here that are not that important, because when you switch over to your mobile device, you don't even have a lot of these guys there, because the mobile device is just going to give you strictly what you need to know. I repeat, the mobile device is going to give you strictly what you need to know and not talking about everything, right? You don't need to know about everything here. We're going straight to the point at the end of the day, right? Great. So now let me clean this up and let's show you how to use the software to open, to close, and to modify trades, right? Number three is the chart window. Chart window just giving us a graphical illustration of the MetaTrader 5 area based on price, right? Based on price, you have three views here. We have the bar chart. I click on the bar chart. You see how the bar chart looks like. Kind of boring, as you can see the bar chart, right? And then you have the candlestick. The candlestick easily catches your eyes, your attention, because of the colors and the body. And then you have the line chart. The line chart is similar to the bar chart, as you can see over here, right? So candlesticks is preferred by a lot of traders, and the candlestick is actually from Japan. It's known as the Japanese candlestick. Once upon a time, a Westerner went to Japan, forgotten his name, and then he noticed the Japanese using this candlestick, and it was pretty interesting and easy on the eyes, and then brought it to the Western world, and that's how everybody got used to these candlestick patterns here. So to open a trade, we click on new order. There are different ways to do it. You can click on new order from this top corner. This dialog box pops up. You can right click from here, the terminal toolbox area, right click, and then you have new order here. Or you can come over here to the market watch, right click as well, and then you have new order, right? So either way you want to do it, you can open up the dialog box from here, new order from here as well. You have it here, the trading new order here. You can pop it up from different areas all over the chart, right? So click here, new order, And quickly, how to use the software to open, because we're going to open. You can obviously open a trade. You have to open a trade before you can close the trade. You have to open a trade before you can modify the trade. We're going to open a trade. Either one you click on, whether it is sell or buy, it doesn't matter, right? Because we're not talking about analysis, right? As I'm moving the mouse between the two of them. Anyone you click on, like as an example, we click on sell now. You see what's going to happen. We click on sell, it will show on the chart here and then show on the toolbox terminal area. So click on sell. And you can see this is the trade. You can see the symbol. The symbol is the instrument here, Euro USD. The ticket is the ticket number. Just like you go to the bank will give you a teller that has that teller number unique to your transaction. The time and the date you place the trade, the type of trade, the volume, also known as the lot size, the price in which you entered. This is the price in which you entered. And that's why, as you can see, the price here is fixed. It's not moving. Stop loss, take profit. Stop loss, nothing. Take profit, nothing. Stop loss is to protect your account from further losses, while take profit is to acquire the profit that you have made thus far. This is the price, the current price. That's why it's fluctuating, because the market is open and moving up and down now. This is current price that is fluctuating, and this is the profit that you can see here. Now we're in a little bit of profit. The 20 you see is known as 2 pips and 0 pipet, or 20 points or 20 pipet, right? We're going to talk about this as well, based on pips and pipettes, because pips and pipettes is what we're going to use to calculate for our stop loss and calculate for our take profit. I repeat, pips and pipettes is what we are going to use to calculate for our stop loss and to calculate for our take profit. Very, very key, very, very important, right? So we're going to do that now. Do we have any questions? First of all, how we were able to open up this trade on the 10 trade software. I want to believe it was easy and straightforward. Once again, anywhere you can call up the new order, call it up, and then you have this here, right? The volume parameter is based on your lot size. There's a calculation for that. So obviously we won't be able to do the calculation now because that has to do with the risk management. We're just trying to show you how to use the software quickly, especially on the mobile device. But to make it fair to everybody, we're looking at the laptop and then crossing over to the mobile device, the smartphone. And we always say, if you can check your email, I repeat, if you can check your email on your laptop, then you should be able to check your email on your smartphone, your tablet, right? But people normally say, oh, I don't know how to do this on my smartphone. I don't know how to do this on my tablet. And that's because they have not played around with it. When I started trading years ago, I didn't have anybody. I've never been privileged to sit in a class, whether online or offline in person, and have somebody teach me all of this. No, I have to scramble for the information here and there. Had a lot of losses, had a lot of crash accounts. But then I'm here. We're here to show you from our sweat, from our pain, from our tears and all. Thank you, guys. Uko said no questions, and Aziz Jima said no questions as well. Okay, great. So we have shown you how to open, right? Now we're going to show you how to modify. Modify to set the stop loss and take profit, which is very, very important. For us to do that, we're going to show you the manual way. I'll show you the manual way. We'll cross over to the slides now. I'll show you the manual way, and then I'll show you the automatic, very fast way. So to calculate for stop loss or take profit, you need to understand what happens when you buy and what happens when you sell. Remember, we clicked on sell, right? And when you click on buy, for you to make money, you want the price to go up. When you click on sell, for you to make money, you want the price to go down. So you need to understand the aspect of making money, what direction it should be, because everything that has to do with price has to do with direction. The price could either go up or go down. Price of petrol, price of food, price of Indomie, price of this, price of that could either go up or down. So if it goes up for a buyer, meaning that it's going from 100 to maybe 120, so that means that the buyer has made 20, the difference between the two. And if it goes down, right, if it goes down from 100 to 70, then it means that the sellers have made 30. You can see it's going in the opposite direction. Between the buyers and the sellers, it is like a tug of war. They're both trying to do battle for the price 100. A tug of war, you have a party trying to take it up, and then you have the other party trying to take it down. Somebody has to win, right? And this is what is happening. When the buyers take it up, the buyers have made money while the sellers have lost money, right? and vice versa. So when the price goes down, sellers have made money, and the sellers have what? And the buyers have what? The buyers have lost. That's why you have stop loss here. And when the price goes up, the buyers have made money and the sellers have lost money. So this here is very, very important for you to understand how to use the software, right? So we've already looked at how to open trades. We'll look at the penny order shortly. So how to calculate stop loss is very, very important as well. How to calculate stop loss and take profit. We're going to be using what is known as pips, price, interest, points. That's why we mentioned pips, we mentioned points, and we mentioned what? We mentioned pipettes. Pipette is known as the movement in price from one place to the other. If the price moves from 100 to 150, then we can call this 50 pips, right? We can call it 50 pips. But if the price moves from 100.5 to like 150, right? Let's say 7. The difference between these two will be 50, right? 50.2, if my math is correct. So if it's 50.2, then that simply means it is 50 pips and then 2 pipettes, 50 pips or 2 pipettes, right? 50.2, or it can be 50, that's 502. 502 is known as 502 pipettes, right? Pipettes, right? Sorry about my handwriting. Pipettes, or also known as point, right? Pipette or point. So understand this, 502 is also known as 50.2 pips. I hope you guys are getting this, right? 50.2 pips or 502 pipettes, also known as 502 point, right? Great. So let's show you how to conduct this quickly. Looking at this example here. So this example, we are buying. First thing you need to identify is what you are doing, which is a buy. And when you are buying, remember you want it to go up for your profit. So that means that you are adding, right? For a buy, you are adding. Then if it goes down, it is stop loss. Then you are what? You are subtracting. So for buy, you can see we're calculating stop loss of 40 pips. 40 pips. Don't forget 40 pips is also known as 400, right? 400 what? 400 points or 400 pipettes. And TP is 120 pips, which is also known as 1,200, right? 1,200 pipettes or points. Now, this is the price that we bought. But the last digit here, is known as a point, is known as a pipette, right? So if you're going to write it in this way, because stop loss you're subtracting, as we said earlier, if you're going to write it in this way, where you have this here as pipette, automatically this is pipette, and this is pipette. That means that the pips start counting from here. And if it starts counting from here, you can see that this here is just 4. That means that we are calculating for 4 pips over here. And this was a mistake that I used to make back then. I used to make this very deadly mistake back then. And then the trade will close very fast against me. And I'm wondering why. Even when I now increase it to 50, I'll increase it to 50 pips. But because I was writing it in this way, it was still 5 and not 50, right? Because if we switch over quickly, if we switch over to the MetaTrader 5 trading application, you see this aspect here. Can you see this aspect here? The last digits are smaller than the rest for selling. And this one too, they're smaller than the rest as well for buying. These 2 last ones are small and known as the pipettes, right? So we need to honor the pipette value. So in order to honor the pipette value, we need to what? We need to put the pipette values there. Remember we said this is going to be 400 pipettes or 400 points. This is 1,200 pipettes or 1,200 points, right? So we put the 0 here, the 400 as we have it over here. By the time you do your calculation for stop loss, 9 minus 0, 9, 2 minus 0, 2, 9 minus 4, 5, 3 minus 0, 3, 0 minus 0, 0, 1 minus 0, 1. That's what you have for the stop loss. Calculation is correct. And this is using 40 pips or 120 pips. Now, these values we're using By the way, these values we're using are anyhow values. They are not values gotten from your analysis. It is your analysis that will determine the exact amount of stop loss and the exact amount of take profit to use. But this one, we're just picking them randomly and all. So take profit over here too, you can see take profit we are adding because why? Because it is a buy, right? Remember when you buy, right? Up is for profit and down is for loss, right? So up you're adding, down you are subtracting. So take profits, you add 9 plus 0, 9, 2 plus 0, 2, 9 plus 2, 11, 1 here, 1 here, 1 plus 3 plus 1, 5, 0 plus 0, 0, 1 plus 0, 1. So you've done this manually, 40 pips and 120 pips manually. That's why we said we're going to show you the manual way and we'll show you the automatic way. So the automatic way, let's cross back to the software because the software can do it for us very, very fast. All right, let me get this one out of the way. Now see the trade we placed over here. It's a sell. You remember for sell, our take profit is going to be lower and our stop loss is going to be higher. When I show traders this, I'm showing you this because we don't need to argue. Everything is on the chart. Because some people might say, oh no, I don't understand this. Why is it that the take profit is lower for sell? It's a tug of war. It cannot be the same thing for buying and selling. For buying, take profit is up. For selling, take profit is down. And then to show you, I'm going to click on this entry. You can see the entry here saying sell. Let me move it. Can you see the sell by the side? I'll click on the entry, this line over here. When I click on it, I can now drag it. Can I say I'm dragging it lower? Can you see what we have? We have TP 8.04 US dollar, 804 points. The 804 points, don't forget, is 804 pipet, and then it is 80 pips, 4 pipet or 4 points, right? And that is take profit. That's take profit because we went lower, went below the sell entry. What if I still drag this and I drag it above? If I drag it above, look at what happens. I drag it above, it changes to stop loss. Can you see? But this is now about a stop loss of roughly 95, 96, approximately 96 pips. Can you see? We have 959, 95 what? 95 pips, and then 9 what? 9 pipettes. 95 pips, and then 9 pipettes. Right? So if you look at what we have done now, this is the automatic, very, very fast way to go about this, right? Very, very fast way to go about it. And it is very, very crucial, very, very important that we understand this now, thoroughly now, without any time wasting. It's a very fast way to look at the market. And we're going to be doing this more or less also for the mobile device now. So if I release my hand, let me release my hand here. That's the stop loss here. I go back and drag this one, the entry, take it down, and this is the take profits. So you know already how many pips you want to make use, and you can quickly do this. So the MetaTrader 5 should be a very fast one for you to use. Don't waste time with it. When you quickly place your trade, you open your trade quickly, then you quickly set stop loss and take profit like this, right? So now we've opened the trade, we've modified the trade. So you can see the stop loss over here now. This is stop loss here, is the take profit. If you want, you can click on this X to close the stop loss, click on the X, and then no more stop loss here. Click on the take profit here, X, no more take profit. And then you can redo that again, either the manual way or the automatic way. Drag it up for stop loss, and then drag it down, release for take profit. Very, very fast. And then use that to calculate how many pips you want to use, right? So this is how to trade very, very fast without wasting time. It's all about fast execution, and then you can see the 10 trade MetaTrader 5 is indeed very, very fast. Now, for you to close the trade, I can easily close the trade using this X, or I can right click anywhere on the trade, right click on the trade here, and click on close position. Clicking on this is going to close the position, right? So this is the manual way. Who has an idea, the automatic way to close the trade? Because I want us to cross over to the mobile device now. Mobile device is what a lot of us are using. So we need to cross over to the mobile device now. right? So who knows the automatic way to close the trade? Anybody? What is the automatic way to close the trade? Anybody in the chat section? Who knows the automatic way to close the trade? If you know the automatic way, then do let me know. Okay. Okay, Solomon Musa said no, doesn't know the automatic way. Anybody, do you know the automatic way to close the trade? You know, when you say automatic, it simply means that you are not the one doing it. Just like the driving transmission, right? You have the manual transmission and then you have the automatic transmission. The manual transmission, you are the one changing it from 1, 2, 3, 4, while the automatic is done automatically. And if you come set it, you allow the trade to get to the TP or stop loss. Exactly. When it gets to the TP, it's going to close for a profit. And when it gets to the SL, it's going to close for a loss, right? Hope you understand that now, everybody. Thank you, Efeakam. So when it gets to this stop loss here, it's going to close for a loss. When it gets to the TP here, it's going to close for a profit, right? So that is how to make use of it. Efeakam, you have your hand raised up. You have a question, please feel free to ask your question. And then we're going to cross over to the MetaTrader 5 on the mobile device, right? So give me a second. Hopefully this works out fast enough because at times it could act a bit funny. So let me try to make this quick switch. Just give me a quick second and this should work quickly. Trying to connect this now. Beautiful, great. So I want to believe you guys can see my, oops, sorry. I want to believe you can see my mobile device now. Can you see the mobile? If you can said no, waiting for the mobile device. Can you see the mobile device, guys? I'm going to move around, move up, move down, switch it around. Hope you guys can see the mobile device. I'm going to wait for your feedback on that. Okay, thank you. Aziz Jima said, yes, I can see it. Thank you. Solomon Musa said, yes, I can see it. So this is the mobile device now, right? You can see you have the instruments here. You can add more instruments, obviously. To add more instruments, I can click on this pencil here, and then I can delete or whatever the case might be. Click here, right, to change the mode, right? Basically, play around with it. Let's see whether we could look for something else here, right? Click here for the enter symbol for search, look for cryptos or anything, and then click on the plus, the green sign, to add the BTC. You can see it has disappeared. Add the Ethereum has disappeared. Where's it disappearing to? If we go back, you can see them at the bottom here. Let's change the mode, right? You can see them at the bottom, BTC and ETH. Depending on how you want to look at it, is up to you. You can look at it based on this, which gives you more information. You can see the pips, pipette value. You can see the low, the high. You can just simply look at this for simplicity's sake for your eyes. Right? So this is the mobile device, and this is one that a lot of you are using. So I want to show you what we have done. And you can see the trade that we took, right, on the laptop is reflecting here as well. But if I cross over to trade, which is the third button at the bottom, trade, you can see the trade that we took over here. That is it over here. Remember, we've already put in the stop loss and take profit by dragging. So if I click on the trade here, you can see it pops up more information where you can see the stop loss below has been added. You can see the stop loss below. Sorry, I don't have a pointer to be doing the pointing on the screen, or do I? Let me see. Okay, no, I don't have, right? It's on the laptop, I can do that easily. But if you see at the bottom, we've already set the stop loss and we've set the take profit as well. And you can see it's in a little profit of about 14 cents, right? And so on, 14 cents, and you can see that 13 as it's fluctuating to the left-hand side beside that triangle, it's showing the pipettes pip as well. So 3 is for 3 pipettes, right? Or 3 points. You remember we said if it is like 200 points or 200 pipettes is 20 pips and 0.0 pipettes. So you can see everything over here. And of course, you can see the close position, modified position. You can see everything here as well. Very easy, flexible on the eyes. You see the chart. This is the chart, right? You can switch this chart to the trade that you took. That was Euro USD. So you can click on Euro USD here and click on chart. So you can see the trade that we took, the sell. You can see the stop loss that we put. You can see the take profit that we put as well, and so on, right? So I'm going to do something for you guys now, just like we did on the laptop where we're moving the trades up and down, stop loss and all. We can do the same thing here. If you look very well, I'm going to move the stop loss here and then click. I'm sure you guys can see what I'm doing. I have moved the stop loss. This was where we set it, but then I moved it higher here. As I moved it higher here, at the bottom where you can see X, you can see close, SLTP, and the arrow, the blue arrow. The blue arrow, if I click on it, is to make adjustments to what we have done. I click on that and then modify. Can you see? Because we are modifying the stop loss, modify the stop loss, and done. I see the stop loss has moved higher, right? We can do the same thing for take profit. You can click. What I'm clicking on here is the sell trade, the one in the middle where you have sell. I click on it, then it allows us to adjust these ones. I can move the stop loss lower and then move the take profit lower as well. And then I click on the blue arrow pointing to the front, or I can click on close or X. X is to stop and cancel what we have just done, or you can make these adjustments again. Click on the blue arrow and then click on modify. You can see this is a very, very fast way to make use of your software. It has done that for you over here because the software is just a tool for you to place your trades. So you should be able to place your trades very, very fast without wasting time. It should be a thing of you majorly focusing on the market analysis. Market analysis, we're not talking about that today. It's strictly how to use the MetaTrader of 5 trading application under the 10 trade roof, very fast to open, close, and modify trades, right? I can click on this again, click on close, and you can see the close at the bottom here. The close in what color is this? Is this orange color or whatever color? I can click on that, and then the trade has closed. It's no more here. We go to the history, and then it will be in the history up there. That's the first one up there. We go to trade, and we don't have any trade running anymore, right? So now, once again, to open a trade here on the MT5 trading application, depending on the one I want to trade, I can click on it, right? Let's assume I click on the USD card, anyone you click on. Okay, let's click on AUD USD. You might not see my finger, obviously, but I'm telling you the one I'm going to click on is touch screen. I click on AUD USD, you can see AUD USD pops up and it says either you trade it, you look at the chart, the details, the statistics, or delete it from whatever or cancel. Now I want to trade it, so we click on trade, right? And you can see the sell or buy over here. Sell or buy, sell or buy. Anyone you pick, you can even do the stop loss and take profit manually. Remember we said we can do it manually from the calculation. Remember we did the calculation. So manually, if I click on buy as an example, you can see the price is about 66856. You can see that small one raised up. That is the pipet, right? Look at it very well. That is the pipet or the point. And then from the 85, that is where you start calculating your pips. So you must understand why it is written in this manner, some big, some small. The last one especially is known as the pipet. And that's why for your eyes, it is catching your attention, drawing your attention to it. And then you must be able to see and understand why that is so, and then make adjustments. So you can click on buy for this one. And you can see done. This is the trade over here. We have not set stop loss and take profit, as you can see. So the left-hand side, the bottom left-hand side, you can see stop loss, take profit is empty. If you want to quickly do that, you click here again, then click on chart. So it will open up the chart, because this chart here is already showing Euro USD. And the Euro USD is not the trade that we're in. It is AUD USD. So you have to click on AUD USD. This pops up, then you click on chart. And then you have the chart here. So now you can see this is the stop loss take profit here. I want to quickly set that. All I do, I click on the trade here, right? As I click on the trade here, hold on. I click on trade here. You can see at the bottom we have stop loss, take profit that has opened up. I clicked on stop loss, or I clicked on take profit. You can see what we have done here. I clicked on it at the bottom, stop loss in red at the bottom. I click on it, then this pops up. Then it is now for me to adjust this. You can see the stop loss here, right? Stop loss is below, because for buy it's meant to be below. You can see the blue tick to the front is pointing blue, showing that it is active. What if I take the stop loss higher? You remember for buy, the stop loss is meant to be lower. What if I take it higher? What will happen? You can see that the blue tick has disappeared. It has disappeared because this is wrong. It's not accepting it. Because when you buy, your profit is meant to be higher, right? And your stop loss is meant to be lower. So if I drag the stop loss back being lower, you can see the blue tick has come up again for the arrow. Can you see the arrow at the bottom is now blue? That means that it has accepted it. But if I take it up, it will not accept it. So take it down, it has accepted. You can now click on the blue arrow forward and then click on modify. You can see it is done. You can see the stop loss now has been set, is now in that trade. And then you want to do the same for take profit. We click here on this on the buy position and then click on buy. Click on TP at the bottom in green. Click on it, and then you can see the green here. It has popped up. You can see the green also. If the take profit is below, the blue arrow is no more shaded blue, right? Showing that it's not accepting the value. So this will help you to know whether you're right or wrong. And if you move the take profit higher, you can see the TP, blue arrow is now blue. Sorry, the arrow is now blue. Sorry if I've been saying the English in a funny way. The arrow is now blue, meaning that it is now highlighted and you can make use of. Remember, if we take the take profit down, the arrow is no more blue. It is shaded, meaning that if I click on it, you can't see me clicking, but I'm clicking on it, nothing will happen. If I take it back up, right, it turns blue. I click on it blue, and then I click on modify, and then done. You can see everything has been set for us very, very fast. We don't need to waste our time here. Using the software, the MetaTrader 5, very fast, the snap of your finger, you should place your trade very fast, and then you should set your stop loss and set your take profits equally very fast as well. So that's open, and we've modified. And then to close the trade, you can click on the buy position. You can see close. You can click on close, very fast, trade gone. This is for those that maybe you might be trading during news period, because some of us trade in those volatile period, news period, and you need to be very fast. You need to be very, very fast. Instead of trying to calculate, those click the trade, very fast, and you're good to go. Now I'm going to do something for you guys over here, but let me change the charts. Let me just change to another chart entirely. Let's use GBP USD, and we'll go to the charts. This is the chart for GBP USD. Now I'm going to click below the current price. Can you see the current price as it's fluctuating to your right hand side? 1.21337339336. That is the current price. Now if I click below, I'm just going to click below that. Can you see what happens? I click below it, and then it gives us these options over here. But then I want to do something. Okay, I'm going to do something now. For pending order, if you look to your top right corner, you can see those two signs. If I click on the first one, right, I'm going to do that again. The first one, right, can you see the first one that looks like a circle? The first one is like round. It has like a red and blue color, right? The second one is like a rectangle, also has like a red and blue color as well. If I click on the second one, which is the rectangle, it just pops this up for us to quickly click on sell, click on buy. You can adjust your what's the name, your volume over here at the center, quickly adjust it depending on what you want to use. You can add, you can subtract, and so on. It's up to you. Right, let me just make this adjustment quickly. Okay, let's take it back to 0.0. Let's take it back to 0.01. We'll use the smallest volume as it is. So you can just make adjustments after you've calculated your volume based on your account balance. Click on sell, click on side to quickly enter. But if you want to set a pending order, let me just deselect that by clicking on it again, right? I'm clicking on the top right rectangle. So the one that looks like a circle, which is also red and blue, I'm sure you guys can see it. If I click on it, look at what happens. It gives us this arrow here, or this line here. You can see buy limit, meaning that if I want the trade from where it is currently, it's currently at 1.213263228. You can see fluctuating. If I wanted to drop down and hit this buy limit, meaning that it will trigger the buy limit. The buy limit means that it is waiting to be picked up, to be activated. It has not yet triggered, right? So you can set the buy limit over here, as you can see, right? And if you take it, if I drag it above, it changes into sell limit, meaning that you want the trade to push higher, pick you up there, meaning that to activate this is a penny order. A penny order is an order that is waiting to be activated. You have it over here as well, above, or drag it below, either one, that is your choice. And then you can click on the blue arrow, click on the blue arrow, then it says place the penny order buy limit. Now we've placed it. This is the penny order, but you can see there is no stop loss, no take profit on it. So we click on the trade, right? The buy limit, we click on that blue line. Clicking on it, you can now click on sell limit as SL. You can see the sell limit is here. Remember the sell limit, sorry, I said sell limit, the stop loss, sorry. Remember the stop loss for buy is meant to be lower. And you can see that's why as I'm taking it above, you can see what's happening to the blue, so the arrow pointing forward is changing from blue to gray, blue to gray. Blue means that it has accepted it, while gray means it has not accepted, because the stop loss is meant to be lower than the buy position, right? Initially it's meant to be lower. So this is it over here. And if we click on the green TP, it will now drop this arrow for us. And you can see it is blue because the TP is meant to be higher. If I take it lower than the buy limit, lower, it changes to gray. Take it back higher, you can see. So after doing this, you click on the blue arrow and then click on modify. You can modify, or if you want to delete the pending order entirely, it's up to you. You modify, and then this is what we have over here. Voila, we set a pending order quickly based on your analysis, and then you close your mobile device and go and do something else. This is very good, very, very important for us to take note of, because you want to be trading, executing your trades very fast, whether it's news period or whatever period, and your mobile device is always beside you. That is the major advantage of trading the markets with your mobile device. Your mobile device could be with you in bed, meaning that you could wake up, set your alarm to place a trade at a particular time. It's very flexible. You could be on the road, bring out your phone and quickly place a trade, close a trade, or whatever the case might be. And you're not distracting, you're not drawing attention to yourself, compared to bringing out your laptop in the middle of the road. You bring out your laptop and then you want to place a trade. That looks very, very weird. People will most likely be crossing the road because they're wondering, what is this person doing, right? So the mobile device for the MetaTrader 5, you can see how flexible it is, straight to the point. You have other things here, the time frame. You can see the time frame here, H1. I click on H1, you can change the time frames to another one. You can change the time frame, sorry, you can change the time frame here, maybe to 4 hours, right? You can see it has given us a different view, or to daily. It keeps on giving us different views, or 30 minutes, it's up to you. Change the time frame as you please based on your analysis. You have this cross here. You can see the cross here is just to move it around and to measure. You can use it to do some measuring and all. So it is also good for you, right? I can click on it on top again to remove it again. And F, when you click on F, F is where you have all those your indicators for people trading with indicators. Main window, click here. You can see all the indicators, whether it's RSI, MACD. RSI should be under oscillators, relative strength. Where is it? This is it over here. And see, I just clicked and I'm holding to highlight it. Relative strength index, that's it. MACD here, depending on the indicator you're using. Unfortunately, for this, you cannot add indicators. You cannot bring indicators from outside. It's only the ones that are here by default. So if you have a custom indicator, you cannot use it on the mobile. And here, you want to draw your support, you want to draw your resistance. You click on this diagram, you can see the circle, you can see the triangle, you can see the square. Click on it, and then you can pick up your objects here. You have other objects that you can pick as well from here, add objects. Assuming I want to use, I normally use the rectangle. You can see the rectangle is at the bottom. Meanwhile, the rectangle is not here. Like, you want to use the horizontal, I click on the horizontal, then you can see there's no horizontal here. But if I click on my chart, which you cannot see, I click on it, I see it has come up, and I can go and drop it anywhere I want to drop it. Maybe I drop it here, and then I click on it again, and then when I move, it doesn't move. It's still fixed over there. So if I want to use the rectangle, or if I want to delete it, I can click on it again, right? Click on it again, and then hold it down, like long press on it, and you can see the options here: delete or copy, make another copy, and so on. I delete, has gone. I click on those objects again. I want to use a rectangle. I like using rectangles. I click on rectangle. When rectangle, you come over here, you can see there's nothing on the chart. But where I want to draw it, I click down and then draw it myself here, as you can see. And then I click on it again to solidify it on the chart. So that is my rectangle that I have drawn, meaning that this is the area where I want to enter the market. I can even make adjustments and move it to the side. right? To mark out the area I want. So once the chart keeps on, now I'm pinching to reduce the size, or I can pinch to zoom in and so on. I'm sure you guys know how to do that already. So from what I've done over here, you can see from this, I'm just zooming in, zooming out based on your eyes and how you like to see it. Now, this is what I actually like from this area. This would have been a good area to buy. Let me get this one out of the way. Sorry, let me close this one that we opened here. We'll delete it. Let's delete it. Let's get that one out of the way. Now, I'd have loved to have entered this trade over here strictly because of this. Let me use an arrow. I'm going to put an arrow here to show you the reason. Because of this here, this would have been my reason for entry on a buy over here, because this is a pin bar. We talked about it during the market analysis session, how to place trades using analysis, what you use for trigger, candlesticks, pin bars, hammers, engulfings, and so on. So this would have been a good one for you to enter here, and then you're expecting to take your profits at the top over here, right? So maybe the trade could get there, who knows, I don't know. But this would have been a good one for you to place your trade, and then your stop loss would have been below this candle. So this is just to show you that the MetaTrader 5 on the trading application, you can do everything on it, right? It's very flexible, a good one for us to be able to make use of, right? So do you guys have any questions? We're rounding up now, as we normally say, or as I have been saying today, we're going straight to the point. I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste my time as well. This is being recorded as well, and the good thing is that we are able to work on this based on the mobile device. So hopefully the mobile device is good to go for everybody. Who knows, we might even have a session very soon where we might actually be conducting analysis using the mobile device. Who knows, right? So if we do this on the mobile device, this will be very good for us. And of course, it will help us to know how to use the mobile device, MetaTrader 5, to open, to close, modify trades, and then also how to conduct analysis, how to draw your support and resistance here. You can see the mode I'm using is the vertical. If I tilt it, I don't normally do tilting. If I tilt it, let me see whether I can do the tilt. You guys can see everything that I am doing. I think this should be tilt. So if I tilt it here, you can see it gives us another view. So we can conduct this also in this manner, looking at it from different angles. You can see it has changed as well. For those that are just joining us, you can watch this on the replay. And if I tilt my phone the other way, we have this. Oops, sorry. Let me just close this. I don't usually use this. So we have this in this manner, and this is what we have here, right? So we are done now. If you have any quick question, feel free to ask. I don't know if you need my number for anything. Today is Friday. TGIF, the market will be running up. I have some positions still running. I'm going to check on them shortly. They're in profits. Yeah, but they haven't gotten to my take profit. So I personally don't hold trades over the weekend. So I'm going to close them in a few hours from now. The time is about 3 p.m. So we're rounding up now. Do you guys have questions? If you have questions, feel free to fire and let's look at them. If you don't have any questions, then we can call it a day. And we want to say thank you to everybody for joining us. That's indeed been a good one. If you're concerned, I have been finding it hard to use the rectangle in my mobile device. I just showed you the rectangle now. I showed you the rectangle, and I hope you can. Let me change to another instrument. This one does not have anything inside. I'll click on the objects again. You can see the objects at the top corner where you have the circle, triangle, and the square joined together. You can see the what's the name? The rectangle here. You can pick it up from here at the bottom. Click. Now the way to do it, let me explain, and then you can try this if you are come and every other person. When I click anywhere, I'm going to click and hold. You have to click and hold. When you click anywhere on the chart, you have to hold. Don't release. Hold and then drag, right? When you click anywhere on the chart, hold and drag. You can see I'm still dragging, right? So I'm dragging. So this is how to do it. You can drag it anyhow that you want. You can drag it to the size that you want, either small like this or fat or very fat. It's up to you, depending on what you're trying to achieve. Now you can see I've drawn it here. If I want to make adjustments and take it lower, I can just click on it and then drag it down, make other adjustments again. Just play around with it. Play around with it. Now to round up, right, we have a signal group. If you're interested in a signal group, it is just $100. Fund $100 to your account, and then you will be able to join the signals group. And if you want a one-on-one 30-minute session, just fund your account with $500. One-on-one 30 minutes, just 30 minutes one-on-one session with myself. Fund your account with a minimum of $500. And if you feel you need a one-on-one for a longer period, a longer duration with myself, where we talk about different things, how to trade using the mobile device, how to use the laptop, how to analyze the market, how to look at the news or whatever the case may be, you have me for a lengthy period of time. Let me know, chat me up or talk to your account manager, and then we'll try to work something out for you at the end of the day. Trust me, it is all about your satisfaction. And as I always say, you are here because you want to make money and you want to make good money. So the moment I said holding trades over the weekend was the beginning of my challenge this week. Lesson learned. It's a good thing you've learned. I learned a few things years ago, right? Which obviously the way I trade now is now a big part of me. And it is now my, how will I put it? It is now what I do. So I practice what I preach. If I can say, do close a weather, our English, please. Do close a whether it's in loss or profit because do you close? Oh, somebody is drawing on the chats. I need to disable that. Okay. So the person drawing on the chat, why are you okay? Okay, not on the chat. Okay, it's on my laptop. Okay, I've disabled that all the same. Okay, so yeah, now this is it. I have a trade. I wish I could show you the trades, but they're not here. I have a particular trade that the profits, the last time I checked, was not much, right? But I'm just going to wait for it and see because I don't hold trades over the weekend. I like fresh information, right? Just like saying there's some people that I know, real life, they don't eat plantain that has been kept in the fridge. Meaning that if you fry the plantain and you keep it in the fridge, or maybe some soup, you keep it in the fridge for the next day, they don't eat it. So it's your choice. Me personally, I don't hold it over the weekend, whether it's in profit or loss, right? I have a stop loss. So my stop loss is there to protect me all the same. The weekend, you could easily have a gap, and the gap could make it a much bigger loss or whatever the case may be. It's just something that I do personally. It doesn't mean that you have to do exactly like I'm doing. As I said, if you want a one-on-one with me, whether it's one-on-one 30 minutes, fund your account to minimum of $500. Let me know, let your account manager know. Or you want something much longer with me for one-on-one, reach out and then work something out for you. We're rounding up now, guys. As you said, I guess the markets do close on Fridays, means the trade can close your trade, meaning the trade can close your trade automatically. Am I right, sir? No, it will not close your trade automatically, right? I'm the one that's closing it myself. If you set your stop loss and your take profit, and the market closes on Friday to open Sunday night, right? If it has not gotten to the stop loss or not gotten to the take profit, it will not close. It will still be open. This is just me personally, my personal preference. It's like saying a scalper. A scalper is the trader that does not hold trade to the next day. So a scalper is someone that will close the trade that same day within a few minutes. That is a scalper for you, right? An intraday day trader will close the day, you close the trade before the next day. Me, my own style is that I close it before the weekend. That's me personally. You don't have to copy me. If you want to know more about how I trade, the trades I take on a weekly basis, reach out for the one-on-one. We'll work something out. The one-on-one I always tell people is a way for us to even trade together. You look at my trades, you can duplicate my trades, make money while trade, and then also learn the reason why I'm placing the trades, right? So it's not just a signal where you get the signal, but then you know why we're placing trades. You place the same trade, so you make money, and then you also learn. So it's a big one. So I want to say thank you, guys. This is past our hour. It's a Friday. I want to relax. Where I am is just after 7 a.m. My video is not turned on, but I'm practically more or less conducting this training from bed, which is a relaxing way for me, right? So we hope that you have been able to get this information and you have learned something today, how to use the method to the 5, and you can do this from anywhere. You can do this at home, whether you're on the bed, on your system, whether you're in the parlor, whether you go out, you travel, you relocate, you go for vacation. You have your smartphone with you, and you can trade the method to the 5. You can make your analysis, do everything. Even here, as you can see, I can equally move out. I can switch over to something, go to my first factory. As you can see what I'm doing, go to my first factory, do the analysis. Oh, okay, news coming out. Okay, we just had one come out for 3 p.m. I conduct this, I go back to my charts, pop up my charts, place my trade. You guys can see what I'm doing. So we can do this together. Thank you guys. I'm rounding up now. I want to say thank you guys to everybody. Thank you so much, Musa. Thank you guys. Thank you. Maybe we'll even have a full session for the mobile device as well, sooner than later. So thank you guys, has indeed been a good one. You know what to do. Trade the market, trade the market, do what you have to do, and you are good to go. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the day. Goodbye and God bless. Let me stop the recording now.